Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a brew built around Fleem, everyone's favorite new card from through the Omenpaths. Also Goben here on the front side is 2 mana for a 1/1, can't be blocked. When it deals combat damage to a player, you connive, but most importantly, it's got transform ability to transform into Fleem for 4 mana, and we're going to use that transform ability. We're trying to get this underneath the Soul Cauldron so we can give the transform ability to Ultimecia, which says when it transforms, you take an extra turn after this one. So if you can just continually transform this, you can essentially get infinite turns. So the combo is Goben and Fleem underneath the Soul Cauldron, and then give the ability to Ultimecia, and then you need 8 mana. The first one you can kind of just pay 4 mana to get the extra turn. Then to get more turns, you need 8 mana. So getting extra turns is pretty powerful. It can give you extra land drops to help you get to 8 mana, or just the extra turns you can use to win an attack. And you don't really need infinite turns, you just need a few extra turns that could win you the game, or one extra turn might be enough to win the game. So that's the idea here. You can go fully infinite, again, if you have 8 mana. But the rest of the deck is sort of, well, the backup plan, I should say, is just like Dimir good stuff here. You know, we've got counter spells and 3 steps ahead, discard with Duress, Deep-Cavern Bat, removal, shoot the sheriff, stock up, you know, just a good card selection, card draw. Preacher of the Schism, just like a nice threat here that can draw some cards, block, trade with stuff, trade with their removal spells, which is good, you know, because we don't want to just play at the Ultimecia and then they just remove it, and we don't get to, you know, combo off. So things that sort of soak up removal, Preacher, and also Emet, which is pretty good in this deck because, first of all, it has a backside, so if you give the Agatha Soul Cauldron and transform ability to Emet, you can just pay 4 mana to transform it, which is pretty powerful. But also draws and discards every turn, which is nice to kind of go through the deck, but also find your pieces here and fill up your graveyard. Ultimecia can also, it has an ability to just pay 8 to get an extra turn, which could be useful. And also surveils when it comes into play, so that's useful to fill up the graveyard, and works well with Emet, who also transforms when there's 14 or more cards in your graveyard. So some synergy there. Yeah, that is basically the deck. Mana base, pretty straightforward. Got a Verge in case we want to just normally transform into Fleem, and otherwise the Soul Cauldron says that you can pay mana of any color basically to activate it, so you don't have to worry about having, you know, multiple red sources to do this. But yeah, that is the combo. Let's see if we can take some extra turns with Fleem in Standard. A huge thank you to all my viewers who have joined my channel membership. I really appreciate all the support. Members get badges, emotes, and early access to all my videos. Click the link in the description below the video to join and get these perks today. Alright, going first. Yeah, this hand looks pretty good. Give it a keep. And lead with tap land. Go Soul Cauldron or Goben. Ooh. Oh, okay. Duress. Do I want to do that? Just to take out any sort of, I don't know, answers they could have? I think so. Oh. Hexproof and flying. And this thing, that can make a ton of tokens. Kind of scary. Flying is also scary. This is 2 mana, this is 2 plus 3 mana. Gains hexproof until end of turn. Oh gosh. So if I do this, if they play this, that'll make this a 3/3 in attack. If they do this, that could make it a flying. Both of those are really bad for me. I think flying is worse of the two. Because at least maybe I can, like, jump block on the ground. Yep. Okay. Surprised I didn't do that first. Yeah. Okay. Alright. that guy, sure. So let's go Emet. So maybe we can block. Okay, let's ditch the Goben, I think. The Fleem, which hopefully will come back. Ooh. Okay. Silent Hall Creeper. Ooh, ethereal armor. That's the one I was hoping to snipe out of their hand too. But yeah, that is bad. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, no blocks. Oh, there's at least a Deep-Cavern Bat that could maybe do something useful. Guess we can attack here. See what we hit. Hopefully a removal spell? No, another Emet. Probably ditch that. But this is not looking good. I'm being perfectly honest. Can they cast? Do they have double white? They do. And this is a bunch of triggers here. This is cards, though. Huh. It's also an enchantment. This can put +1/+1 counters on things. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on, like, this thing. Maybe we take this, actually. I don't know. Just thinking... The graveyard doesn't really matter. I guess we could play... Soul Cauldron. Turns out we could play Ultimecia the following turn, though. Tap land is kind of rough here. Because I want to do everything in one turn. Soul Cauldron could put a counter on something to block and maybe get some more damage. Alright, let's just do this. This looks weird, but maybe we can actually pump up this Deep-Cavern Bat. So we can gain some life on the swing back. It could block. Well, this is unblockable, right? Yeah. Alright. Yep. Draw a card, sure. Alright, let's use this and go for this. Put it on the bat. Let's see what they drew. They draw a removal spell? Could actually transform this thing too. That is true. For 4 mana. That is an option. Can slam the Ultimecia. Maybe we just attack and see what happens. Okay. This is getting dicey. Not sure why they didn't play this, though. I guess this can... ditch one of the Ultimecias? Or is the land more important? We'll ditch this. Not gonna block, so do I pump up the Deep-Cavern Bat? I think so. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Go up to 8. Play this thing. And surveil. So what do we want? Don't really want another Emet, do we? A Duress could be useful, I guess, but... So let me think about this. We untap, we do this, we get an extra turn. Kind of just want to hit lands, I guess, more than anything. I mean, we have it at land drop. I guess a Duress could be useful. I don't know to what degree that actually would be useful. Nah, that's alright. We'll ditch both. And pass. Entity tracker, I see. Alright, are we dead? Jump block the scavenger. Okay, land. And jump here. And they can pump that. Another Ultimecia. Okay. So we can get an extra turn. By doing this. And this. And let's see. If I attack with everything, I think that's the play. I have to double block it. I do get a trigger of an enchantment coming back, I think. I get to draw a card. So, another Soul Cauldron doesn't do much. So we can flip this. Oh, well, they gave up. That actually wasn't infinite turns. We needed one more land. But, close enough. Alright, we'll take it. GG. Alright, going first. Yeah, hand looks keepable. We got some Fleem action in the opener. Can't complain. Let's see what we're up against. Yuna. Okay, we could lead with Deep-Cavern Bat or Fleem, Goben. Let's go with the Bat, I think. Probably has the highest upside. Let's see if we want to hold up counter spells. Ooh, what are these cards? Enter the Dies Mill. Lifelink. Maybe the giant flying demon? That seems like hard to deal with. Though we could counter that. Maybe they're 2-drop. Let's take the 2-drop. And so they can't play on curve, I guess. What does this do? Mill 3, threshold. 7 more cards in your graveyard. Okay. I see what's going on, sort of. So do we need to counter this? No, I think we hold up the counter for. Let's go Emet. Discard Fleem. And swing. Yep. So definitely a graveyard deck of some sort. Okay. Don't know if this Duress is going to hit. Let's attack here. Maybe just ditch another Fleem here. Gonna block. Okay. Milling more. Okay, there's a Valgaboth. I guess we have to hold up a counterspell because we can't. Well, we can also Duress, but that's a little more risky if they somehow have like 2 Zombifies. But also, we could play the Soul Cauldron, that's true. And stop any graveyard shenanigans that way. I actually kind of like that a little better. Let's see. Nothing. Okay. Let's go Soul Cauldron. And just, let that be our thing. They can play a giant demon this way, though. Desecration demon, yep. Sure. Yeah, not going to do that. So, let's use this and just get the Valgaboth out of there. Put the counter on maybe the lifelinker. Land, sure. So we can kind of race back if they attack with that. Probably go stock up. We're worried about this thing. Mills 3. Just to find an answer. Or again, we could hold this up. Stock up is tempting. Countering something. Yeah, let's go stock up. Maybe land and another 3 steps ahead or another preacher. I like the preacher. Maybe that, play this, and that's fine, decline, no attacks. Alright. Yep. Got some flying guys. I can mill. So 7 or more cards in the graveyard. Yep. Any of these have activated abilities? No. Solve, decline. They can attack if they want. And this is just a 2/3, right? Printed card? Yeah, 2/3. Okay. So we'll take it. No blocks. I have 7 cards exactly. Alright. And so we can still attack back with the bat. Take the Arden. Pump up the bat. Ooh. Alright, well we might be able to go infinite here. With this. Let's just swing. Decline. Attack with both. It's another bat. Could play it safe by playing another bat and holding this up or something. I think we can just get rid of the Fleem. Yep. And then I guess I could have put a counter there and taken this out. Oh, I should have done that. Or do we just go for the Ultimecia? Let's just make sure they don't have a removal spell or something. Well, I'm not really worried about either of those. I guess I could hard cast this and that would be bad. But as long as we hold up the Soul Cauldron, this isn't going to do anything. Let's hold this up or just play out. Yeah, I'll just hold that up. Okay. Another one, sure. I guess I'll just counter that. Might as well use the mana. Might as well. Yep. Sure. Decline. Go ahead and attack me. Alright, so let's do... Take out this guy. Put it on this bat. Still gonna take the hit, but we can swing back and gain a bunch of life. I think we're just gonna go. They're out of cards. They'd have to top deck some sort of thing. Oh, shoot the sheriff is good. Don't I can keep another preacher, I guess. Put that there in the bin. And let's see. I guess we need to get up to, I guess, technically 8 lands. So I think playing land is good. And then let's swing with, let's see, yep, resolve, decline, attack with everything. Discard the preacher. See what they do. Just gonna take it. They don't really have anything too scary, but that's fine. Just have them take it and pass. Now we can get at least one extra turn. Out of Ultimecia. Nothing. Target that. Yeah, so we'll exile that in response. Put the counter on the bat here. Could sacrifice it to tap it down this, but if they want to attack me, I think that's fine. Because we can just swing back for, I mean, basically the win here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we can go this, take an extra turn, kill this, attack with everything. I think we got this one. Guess that would make this into a 4/4 if we take this out, but should be okay. Because this will be a 7/7 with Menace. Not infinite turns, I guess, but at least one extra turn. You need 8 mana to go infinite. Opponent is going to rope, I think. Okay. They are roping out of timeouts. And my turn. Alright, well I can still do my thing. And at least I get to do this. And let's see. Take this out. And flip this over to take an extra turn. And swing. Don't necessarily even need the extra turn, but we're doing it. Infinite turns with Fleem. Alright, got there. Sweet, sweet. On to the next one. Alright, going first. Sure. This looks okay. I'll find some more lands, I think, ideally. Yep, that looks good. Go Bat on 2, Emet or Counterspell on 3. Yep, Bat. And see what we're up against. Wow, there's a lot of Umbral Zealots. And a Villainous Wrath? I think take the Sephiroth here. Scary card. I could counter this if I need to, but it's an interesting card. Ooh, they drew that off the top. Good one for them. I think we go Emet here. I don't really mind. I think just getting on the board and being proactive right now is probably a little bit better. Ditch one of these Ultimecias and then attack. We have to take this out, otherwise this doesn't really do much. They're gonna attack with the miner. I guess I'll block it then. Sure. Sacrifice it? Sure. Can do a lot of surveilling here. Another Villainous Wrath. Might as well surveil, yep. So I think they may have it's a card that brings everything back. Okay, there's a Fleem. So we can go shoot the Sheriff on this. And then play Goben. I think that's the play. Let's do that. Otherwise I can never cast this, because can't really, unless they're gonna cast things on my turn, but we know they already surveilled. We'll play this. Let's just attack with both. Might as well. I don't mind. Yeah, I think the land is actually good. I think I'm okay to let that go and just play to the board here. Although now that I said that and I had a third land. Okay, we know that they don't have, let's say they have 3 creatures there. Oh, there's a 3 steps ahead. Okay, we can maybe attack with everything. Maybe. Do we want to attack with Emet? Definitely these two go in. They could double block and trade one of the zealots for it, so I think no. Okay, ditch that. I mean, the only thing I'm afraid of is like the thing that brings everything back, but they don't have another land, so yeah, let's just play out the Ultimecia here. Again, just get onto the board, and then this should... Ooh, nice. Ooh, and nice. Definitely keep the Soul Cauldron on top. That seems really good. Do I want to shoot the Sheriff? Sure. Well, kind of, yeah, sure. Let's leave it. I'm gonna sacrifice the miner just to surveil. All right. Okay. So yeah, let's just leave this up and we'll play this. Let's just attack. We can kind of nuke their graveyard, which is nice. So we got this going. We'll swing with They could, again, double block this. I could take out 2 of their zealots. If they double block, actually, I could put a counter on it. What happens if I attack? I get to surveil more. Let's just swing with these. Don't see myself losing from this position. Connive, and then, yeah, I'll just ditch this. And pass turn. Hold up this. It's in my graveyard. I have a... No, I don't have a Fleem in there. They're going to sacrifice their guy. Okay. Okay. They're looking, obviously looking for, raise the past here. But they try to go for that. We got him. We got him. We are 3 steps ahead of them. That should do it. Let's just get there. I don't know, Forsaken Miner. Put a counter on the bat. And then I can flip this to Fleem. Yeah. Why not? Let's do it. Fleem. Get in there. Surveil away these lands. And Fleem gets there. Yes. Nice. Alright. On to the next one. Alright, going first. 1 land. Okay. This is better. Actually, we got the whole spiel here. Do we ditch stock up or 3 steps ahead? Maybe the stock up, since we kind of have everything we need. Alrighty, this gives us an answer, and maybe some card draw as well. Okay, blue-white, gain a life. Alright, we'll go with Goben / Fleem on turn 2. Life gain lands, nice. Okay, another tap land. Let's attack and ditch the other Fleem, I guess. Could play the Soul Cauldron. Let's just go with a bat here, see what their hand looks like. Ooh. Okay, that's not good. Wow, okay. This could... Oh, yeah, we don't want that to hit us, so we'll take that. We got counter spells, they've got sweepers. Alright, well, we got our counter spells here, so let's just keep attacking, I think. Is this an instant? Destroy target non-land permanent controller creates a lander. Okay. Do we even care about that much? I'm not sure. Might as well counter that though. Although lander is kind of nice, to be honest. Then they can cast this and take out the lander as well. What else they got? The Beyond the Quiet. Yeah, sure. I'll just counter it. Alright. Draw. Ditch. Another bat? Or a counter spell. I think I want to keep that. Do I want the Soul Cauldron? I feel like not really. We're just going beat down right now. If we're playing for the combo, then yeah, I would do, but we'll find another one maybe. This deck is just like all counter spells and removal though. So far, every single card that they have played is doing that. Okay. Attack. Draw, discard. I guess the Preacher, maybe even the Ultimecia. I mean, I think we'll just ditch this plan and just go Fleem Beatdown. Just hold up the counterspell. Sure. This card puts on a clock for sure. They don't do anything. Fleem can definitely do some work. Momentum Breaker. I think we let that one go. Alternately, we could counter it and then play Deep-Cavern Bat. I guess we just let that resolve. Give him back this. And just have this try to go all the way. I think that's the plan at least. Yeah, that's a good draw. Very good draw. All right. Ditch this other land, maybe? Or the Preacher and put a counter on here. The counter is useful for sure. But Preacher, also a useful card. So I'll just let the land go. Play the bat so we can take one of the Star Cage again, I think. Okay, and end the turn. What is this? A mill half my library? Alright, they can go for the sweeper here. Oh. We know they have one of these in hand. River Churn Monument. Not great, I guess. So if they do Monument, then the next turn they do this. I guess I can counter this as a spell. So, because this is a 2-turn clock. So yeah, that's fine. Alright. Swings. They can mill me for 2. Yep. Alright. Well, Goben / Fleem is pretty good actually here. Guess I'll ditch that. Can play the Preacher. Can't think of any way I lose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Like they have a Spell Pierce or something weird. They draw like a Spell Pierce and they cast this. I could lose. Alright. So, I'll play around that. I can gain a life. That still doesn't... This is still 6 damage. Yep. Okay. Not exactly the infinite turns I wanted, but... yeah. Counter spell, just in case they drew a spell pierce. I'm gonna... yeah. Not pay the spree. Got him. On to the next one. Alright, opponent goes first. Kind of a slow hand, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, there's something to do on turn 2, which is good. Let's see. Alright, gotta take that out, because I can't cast spells on their turn. So I'm gonna guess this is some Raise the Pass deck. Some sort. We got Emmet or more Emmets. Let's go Preacher. Preacher's really good when both players are at 20. But it looks like they got removal. Okay. Preacher down. Voice, sure. I think we go Emmet, try to keep hitting land drops here. Fill up the graveyard. Let's just ditch another one. Most likely, unless I have a removal spell, then I could maybe ditch one of these. Yeah, let's just do that. And we'll go map. Let's see if they do have the removal spell. Another get lost. Okay, glad I kept this other one. Okay. So far, some sort of white aggressive mid-range something going on. Maybe I'll hit a land. Off of this. Maybe. No. It's another Ultimecia. Let's try this again. Another get lost. Oh my gosh, okay. I was joking, but they were not. That's funny. That is a lot of oh wow. They're paying the life for that. So then okay, they can go Nestling Bot and then they can make a fish or something. Oh, they can sack it to draw a card. I see. Well, they didn't have to do that with... okay. Interesting. So, I think I'm just gonna get the bat down. And... put a bunch of, maps on it. Shoot the sheriff. No. I don't think I want that. Goben? Nah. I think I just want the land here. Just make a big flying lifelinker. Okay. Attacking with the nestling bots. It's not going to actually net them any life. Alright, token. Sacrifice, draw card, yeah. Nice, nice. Okay. Another bat. Again, well, that actually could be pretty useful. We could also hold this up. Are we worried about... no, actually not really worried about much. Sure. Let's see what they have. A land. Okay. In that case, Do we just make another... Try to make another big bat? I think that's useful. Soul Cauldron. That is good, theoretically. But I really want to hit this 5th land. So... Let's see. Let's go here. Again, just trying to get the land. I think I attack, though. This is a weird game. Even a raise the pass wouldn't do much, so I'm not too worried about that. They do have an army of stuff. But can it beat my stuff? Oh my gosh. I mean, I think it is attack and then hold up counter spells. Not hitting lands is kind of insane here. Or do I hold one back? Nah, let's just because this is 6, 6, and 6. Let's just do this. Because they can't... Yeah, this is fine. Oh wait, no. I can't counterspell with voice. That's too bad. Yeah. Well, I should have maybe used this to draw, actually. Yeah. I should have known that. I played against this card earlier and I made that same understanding. Okay, but now, now I can take out the voice and now hold up a counterspell. Okay. We should be good to go here. Anything that... We have so many lands. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Yep. Okay. And what are they going to sacrifice to draw a card? Okay. They have one... Whenever a creature... So they're going to gain a life when this dies? I mean, that's fine. Go 4. Yep. Wow. Okay. Deep-Cavern Bat. Pretty good. Very good. On to the next one. Alright. Going first. Give this a keep. Got some bats. Got some Gobens. Let's put it in the grave. Do want to hit our lands here. Let's go bat. See what we're playing against. Maybe take the Ride's End. It's a scary card. I got 2 of those. I guess the Ride's End. No demons, but they do have the tome. Can do the back street. I see. So they can't play another. They need an untapped land. Yep. Alright, we could do another bat, but don't think that really matters. Let's go here. Play the Preacher. Alright, tome it up. And pass. Okay, they do have the untapped land. And not gonna play the enchantment. Interesting. Let's see if they have a removal spell or something. No. let me attack. Draw the card. Take the hit. That's very suspicious. Do they just want to draw a card off of this? Maybe. Do I play around like a Day of Judgment and not play this? Play the bat. See if they have the Day of Judgment already. Kind of don't want to play around a Day of Judgment. This plays around it if they have it in hand. So let's just try this. Okay, they're gonna scry first. One on bottom. Oh, they have a flanker. Okay. They're going to gain life and scry. Okay. Sure. I guess we take the tenacity, because kind of doesn't matter that they have those, but let's see, play the swamp. Could take this thing out. Not sure if we need to, but it's not really doing anything for them blocking wise. Just need our Ultimecia and our alright, do we take it out? They're not attacking with it. Don't really care if they block with it. So I think it's alright. Let's just keep rolling in. Another shoot the sheriff. I guess I could use that. Yeah, it's okay. Maybe use it on their lands or something. I've drawn a lot of lands. It's very weird they're not playing these. Okay, they're gonna block. I don't want to play around a sweeper here. I don't know. It's just like very... Yeah, okay. I see. Okay, okay. Yep. Makes sense. Yep, draw a card. Okay, hey, there's Soul Cauldron. Let's go Preacher. Let's go Soul Cauldron. Let's see if they have... Yeah, let's just exile their flanker. Put it here. Why not? Don't think they're doing anything else with their graveyard. They make a demon, we do have some answers. Don't really know what's going on the other side, but if we find an Ultimecia, then maybe we can get some extra turns. That's the hope. Or they could fire this up and attack me. Well, they shouldn't attack me, but they could. Okay, Enduring Tenacity. Yep. That is a blocker that does kind of get in the way of this. So that's probably worth taking out. Yeah. Alright, they can gain some life, sure. Pings me for 4. I still will have more life than them, so this will give me a card. This could be like a... Was there an opportunity for me to exile that? Might have been. I'm actually not sure how that interaction works. You can tell me in the comments below if I'm playing this all wrong. Let's go for the bat. Let's see what is up. Guess I take the virtue. And play the land. Because this, if it was a creature, yeah, I think so. I think I could have done that. Which probably would have been good. And they just drew a virtue. Well, I could shoot my own bat so they don't gain the life. Is that, or they don't, and then they don't have the virtue? Is that worth it? Probably not. -3, -3. Can't save it in that way. Okay. They can't play the tenacity though. Can play that, yep. And let's see, I will exile my own bat to pump up this bat. Go to 12. Okay. That's a good one. Being ahead on board, and oh, and there's another one. Okay. Pass. So, yeah, looking good. No Ultimecia, though. But still winning by virtue of having good cards. Soul Cauldron is doing a little work, though. Putting counters on stuff. During Tenacity, that's a scary card. 6 mana. Let's see what they do. Could counter draw. They could just make a token here. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's counter and draw. Can also create a token. That's a copy of my bat or something else. How much mana do I have? Let's do that. The bat. Maybe the preacher. Don't really care about these cards in their hand, so yeah, let's do that. Counter and copy. And yeah, that's gonna be game. Alright, GG. Hello, welcome back to the wrap-up for our Fleem Infinite Turns combo. We tried to get this off. We did get some extra turns. There was one game where we were going to go infinite, but our opponent just kind of gave up and didn't want to sit through it, which is understandable. So I didn't really get to go like fully infinite with the stack, but I did get to take a bunch of extra turns in a few of the games. And then some of the games I just won because the card quality I was just playing was good, and you could just kind of have the backup plan of Dimir beat down tempo kind of style deck. So, you know, it's good when your deck has a backup plan. But overall, you know, I was actually quite impressed with Goben / Fleem, but most importantly, Goben being able to connive every turn and kind of put it on a clock, get some card selection. This card is actually pretty good overall. And then, you know, Soul Cauldron is what it is. The combo is a little clunky, I would say. It's kind of hard to pull off because it requires these 3 cards, and then you also have to have 8 mana to go infinite fully. So, if our opponent's disrupting us, trying to kill us quickly, it's hard to get this off. I tried. I think I had a thought that if you really want to try to go infinite with these turns, you could play Vivi in the deck, add some more red sources, and play Vivi. Because if you put that under the Soul Cauldron, that would let you kind of go infinite potentially the turn that you play the Ultimecia. If you give it the Vivi ability, then it can add 5 mana, then you can use that mana to flip it over, and then the next turn you're going to have easily enough mana to 8 mana to go infinite. So if you had both a Vivi, the Fleem, both under the Soul Cauldron, then you play the Ultimecia, you'll probably go infinite. I didn't want to make a Vivi Soul Cauldron brew for this channel, probably for obvious reasons. People would say it's not creative or whatever, but I think if you really want to do that, that could be an option in Standard if you want to try to rework this deck a little bit. But let me know in the comments below if you have any other ideas, any other things that could improve it. Another thought was that consult the star charts instead of stock up maybe, but those are always kind of debatable which ones you want to play. But those are my thoughts on the deck. Let me know what you think about it. Overall, I thought it was fairly competitive, mostly just because the card quality was pretty good. The combo itself, probably not the most competitive. But again, if you want to go all in on this, maybe play a Vivi Cauldron, or just put this in a Vivi Cauldron shell, and that could work out if you want to try to get infinite turns in Standard. So appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. Appreciate any members who have joined my channel. That really means a lot to me. Yeah, hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.